Yes, I'm Major Parsons. I'm the Director of the Host Nations Affairs Office here on the Garrison. So one of the things we like to do here at the Garrison is try to engage with the local community that is so integral to the functioning of the Garrison. So we try to invite a lot of local vendors from the local community in Ebi and the capital of Madro to come over here and display their wares. One, so that the community can come out here and interact, the local community can interact with the Garrison, and the Garrison can get more closely understand Marshallese culture and the Marshallese way of life. And then also it's close to Christmas time, so it's some good shopping for the local community to be able to send something home for everyone back in the States. This event is open to everyone. It's been advertised for the last several weeks for the whole community. So it's over a day and a half. People are welcome to come whenever they want at their leisure. Good event, like I said, to interact with your local host nation and get a flavor of what it's like living here in the Marshall Islands. And for a lot of people who have never lived overseas and maybe this is their first assignment or second assignment, it's definitely an interesting experience. Appreciate it, have fun, enjoy the event.
Yaboyodeb, on behalf of the Minister, Secretary, and the Ministry of Natural Resources and Commerce, Natural Resources and Trade, along with the vendors, we'd like to extend our warm appreciation and gratitude to Colonel Thomas Pugsley, members of his command, the RMI Liaison Office, and the Kwaj community for years of continuous support towards the ministry and the Marshallese community. Some of you may or may not be aware, but the trade fair first started in 2003 and has been going on for quite a while. This year marks 18 years of communityship between USACA and the people of the Marshall Islands. Like all the previous years before, we are very excited to be here and hope to create more happy memories with you all. Once again, kamutada and enjoy.
The 2022 trade fair brought a variety of handcrafted and luxury items ranging from bananas, essential oils such as coconut oil, avocado oil, and aloe vera, papaya, and handmade glass buoys. Guests on Kwaj had a great time and were looking forward to this event for a long time, as they had an assortment of handcrafted jewelry. Vendors were very busy as the items were flying off the tables. The assortment of fish was a very high commodity. The items you see on the back of the wall and on the bottom of the table are called ami meno, which is the house decor decoration. There's a Kwaj vendor right now buying a papaya. Also some ami menos. Oh, there's more. Also was an array of girls' jewelry, earrings, fans, and other decor that took them at least a week to make each handcrafted item. The 2022 annual trade fair was a great success, with hospitality, tradition, and camaraderie amongst all residents here on Kwaj, Roy, and in the Marshall Islands. We look forward to seeing you to the 2023 trade fair.
Color Guard, forward march.
The Kwaj schools hosted their 4th annual Veterans Day ceremony to recognize those who served or is currently serving in the armed forces. The ceremony presented the high school students singing the U.S. National Anthem and the Marshallese National Anthem. People who currently or have served in the armed forces were asked to stand to be recognized as their branch was called. The Pledge of Allegiance was performed by the kindergartners, There was also a guest speaker who spoke, who previously served in the armed forces.
Retired Colonel Charles Chuck Hensley.
There was a slideshow to recognize military family members of students on Kwaj. The first and second grade students also came forward to sing God Bless America. Students also came forward to recite thoughtful poems that they wrote about Veterans Day.
My name is Yael Nolan. If someone has done military service, they earn the title veteran and more. They earn our deep respect and admiration that they are special, no one can ignore. They sacrificed the comforts we enjoy, the list is long of all the things they gave. Our veterans are extraordinary people, they're loyal, dedicated, true, and brave. When terror and invasion were real threats, they showed us they could handle any storm. We owe our freedoms and our very lives to our veterans who served in uniform. Our veterans should be celebrated, they're exceptional, no other group compares. We're grateful for the many things they've done, they're always in our hearts and in our prayers. We owe our veterans support and friendship, let no one ever question what they're worth. These men and women served us and our country, our veterans the very best on earth.
Hi, my name is Juliette Delicio, and I'll be reading a poem called Thanking Our Veterans. On Veterans Day, we honor every soldier that has served. When fighting for their country, they had to stay brave. Fallen or alive, none of them go unobserved. Think of all they sacrificed and gave. Whether it's the Marines, Air Force, Army, Navy, or Coast Guard, whether they serve in the air, sea, or on land, even when the job gets really hard, they always offer a helping hand. To everyone that has served, we will always remember the difficult sacrifices made by every vet. Since 1954 on the 11th of November, Veterans Day is a day that we will never forget. So we thank all veterans with much pride. We thank you all for the service you provide.
My name is Cora Nickel. I'm going to be reading this poem that I wrote called Veterans Matter. Red, white, and blue is our military. They met their challenges head on. Their sacrifice was never solitary. They fought and they won. They fought for peace, laying down their lives for you and me. World peace they increase. Because of that sacrifice, America is free. 11/11 is their day, to protect the world from devastation. They knew they could die, but they did it anyway, to unite all people within our nation. They sacrificed their fate. Veterans, veterans, we celebrate.
My name is Emily Letter, and I'm going to read you a poem that I wrote about veterans. A veteran has risked their life for those who wish for peace. They fight to solve a strife, though we wish for a war to cease. We celebrate them in November. Veterans Day is what it's named. We celebrate them to remember their victory that they have claimed. They gave a great sacrifice for the peace of USA. though it costs the biggest price, but in our hearts they still stay. Thank you, vets, for protecting our families, either on land or overseas.
Hello everyone, my name is Andres Mariano Alvarez, and today I am reading a poem that I did not write, titled A Poem for Our Veterans. Today is the day we honor the noble and the brave, the men and women who dedicated their lives and the sacrifices that they have made. When America had an urgent need, they were the first to raise their hand. Without thinking twice about it, they were proud to take a stand. Some came back with battle scars, others in flag-draped coffins. Even though their lives may have passed, they will never be forgotten. They unselfishly and knowingly put their lives on the line, so when you see a veteran, thank them. For without our veterans, freedom would have died.
My name is Cliff Pryor. I'm an MWR supervisor, and this is one of my working areas here at Small Boat Marina. Yes, the event that is going on right now is the annual Veterans Day Kwaj fishing tournament, and it is an annual it's an annual 2-day event. The event does take over 2 full days, and what happens is all of the boats go from here to Kwaj, sail to Roy, fishing on their way up. They spend the night at Roy, and they do the same thing coming back. You want to think of it as like an armada of ships that depart here all at once, and they start heading. They go a little bit further out than what they normally would be able to do so. This is a true deep sea fishing tournament where they get away from land. They can still see land, but it's like way out there. They go a little bit further than they normally would, but with everybody else around, it's a very safe but very big event. And the fish that they bring in is just amazing. We get some record breakers, Kwaj record breakers every year that come in here. Has some over 200 pounders. Yes, big fish. We have the billfish, the sailfish, as well as big heavy tunas and what have you. Big fish are, glad to say, are cut up and eaten. Every bit of that fish is used up. There is no waste. The fish that are deemed to be too small, we have a catch and release. One of the big tricks is getting the fish into the boat before the sharks get to it. It's always been a problem, and it's just old as nature itself that when you hook a big fish, sharks will be right on top of it. If we're lucky, we get most of the fish, but any part of the fish that's taken away by the shark, that's less weight that the fisherman get awarded on. It is the balance of nature, indeed. Other than this is a big event, it's about 5 years. We have to thank my boss, Rick Jameson. He is the brains and the brawn behind this whole event. And it is an event that is very much looked forward to every year by our top fishermen here on the island. And it's great for camaraderie, family, fun. It's overall, and I hope that this event stays for here on out for years to come. And it's already about 5 years old now, and it's been one of the top events that even the marshalees look forward to. They bring their own personal boats into the competition. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Last 2 days of the 5th annual Veterans Day tournament. Hanging with other veterans and fellow fishermen, trying to get the biggest fish and the most fish in a 2-day period. So it's been a great experience.
It's a really big populated area right now. Everybody seems to be having a good time. What kind of fish do you guys catch out there?
Oh, we caught everything from tuna to there's mahi, there's marlin got caught today. There was ono, so there's a little bit of everything for a whole lot of people, and a great time for everybody. Everybody caught something. So.
And you guys started, what, you started Sunday and you ended up Monday, right?
Sunday into Monday, 6:30 Monday morning.
You travel from here all the way to Roy?
Yeah, we fish here, and then we go up to Roy at a certain time frame, and then next day, like today, we come out from Roy, and then we go further. So, and then we come back here, across the atoll.
You had a good time and you're back safe, so that's all that matters.
Most definitely, everybody's back safe, sore, but safe, and the weather held up too. So toward the end, so we're real proud of it. Thank you. Hey, do it next year.